Noise pollution has become the greatest evolution of mankind, where minds are corroded, corrupted and obstructed with explosions of fear. 2020 gave us vision that has never been so clear. We hear more than we listen, and I applauded and rewarded for our division. Bang! Another body in a bag, zipped up in a black Ziploc and made a hashtag. It's trending, it's trending, it's trending, until social media gives it an ending and it becomes another fleeting moment, until another owns the spotlight with his or her unalienable rights are stolen. Statistics growing, they're growing. Children at the border dying in the Evros River, yet we're holding anger as a mantle across social media platforms and television. Could you tell me a vision of a world where Eleanor Roosevelt sought peace? Or referring to Mother Teresa, where poverty of mind and hatred are no longer lingering and released from the streets of our stone cold, calloused hearts, dripping with bitterness, dissidents left with consternated adrenaline. But after dribbling with foreign policy, Franklin, Tex, Harris spoke truth to power and made this possible. It seems we have a limitless amount of doubt to administer to the hopeless, choking them with our silence. And instead of learning how to become pilots to teach our children how to fly, we harness energy to create parachutes to simply jump to conclusions. But we will rid of this noise pollution. For every ism and schism that could create a divide has found itself beyond enemy lines into allied territory, leading us to dead-end streets. Shh, can you hear it? Peace is trying to greet us with its arms wide open, because we will be the light. We will be the light that embraces night to tell it goodbye. We will be the light that twinkles in every child's eye. Yes, we'll be that glimmer of hope, the light that shines to bring in all the boats to safe harbor. We will be the light that radiates over tumultuous waters, consoling sons and daughters who are lost, fathers and mothers and fathers who have lost daughters and sons. We will be the light called the righteous ones. Cages, cages divide, cages, cages confined, until we realize the lies that disguise and hide these eyes from seeing the true picture, the great man in the mirror. See, this destitution and confusion that's tearing and ripping away at our moral fabric is being repaired by those who realize this damage is what birthed SARS, and the persecutions in Turkey are not just theirs, they are ours. World War II started. It begins because war begins with us policing people with our politics, prejudice, and presumptions. Nothing that can be seen is running the scenes, while human rights are trampled in the streams of our heartless schemes. The human soul condition, a pandemic of epic proportions, cavorting with this twin corona. Food deserts and the digital divide, like two big boulders that seem impossible to move, but the people for fairness made room for the community. You and me, it is time for us to rise like Louis B. Sun when he sowed tears, planning, drafting, and implementing a post-World War international system, uniting nations to create a United Nations that will give them a rhythm to a world like that of a syncopated, four-chambered hearts, transitions of power. We are valiant and will never cower to devour of our souls. You see, being valiant never gets old. After all, these are public affairs. Would you dare to speak and let justice ring and leak from every fiber of your being. I implore you to no longer endure the shores that are eroded by the tide that takes away women's dignity, signaling a green light for night to invade the cascade of our dreams. The world has given us nightmares, so it seems. Sometimes I wonder if women will ever be treated as equal. Flashes across historical memory, a woman's worth placed in dead pools of lethal doses of inequity. But there is longevity for those who will avenge us as they marvel, presently noting the dark nights that will defeat these jokers. The depths of the valleys women go through have no lines drawn in the sands. When will the degradation end and the sins against our voices are muffled by the choices and the sounds of the crowds cheering for equality? Inheritance no longer a probably, but logically perishing at the table, no longer perishing at the table of our counterparts. Trying to navigate through this dark, there's no walk in the park. Righteous ones, you must hold up your light. You must hold up your light. Young girls parking and parting emotionally desolate lands, the heights we climb, mountains to provide oasis. But what happens when situations are incomprehensible and tears become minimal? Another young girl entrapped by criminals, generals moving in three-dimensional spaces, where the only refuge is found in traces of blood, where love grooms doom and bedrooms become concentration camps for the genocide of our joy. This envoy toys with our mental health. Stealth is what women have had to acquire. Hope has seemingly made us out to be liars, conspired with the one we first admired. See this hollow cause, but praise be to God for Susan Della Ross, who decided to be frank for all the diaries tossed, pearls lost in the harbors of these attacks against our humanity. Depravity screams, but greatness rings in the canals of our spiritual ears. A combination of two Luthers singing always and never too much from the prodigious hills of purpose. Or shall I say, the Women's Legal Aid Center of Tanzania needs to surface in every area of the globe. And we could thank Perdita for women's freedom and own that we need more leaders like her. Shh. Can you hear it? Shh. Can you hear it? The sound of the Spirit of God. Peace is trying to greet us with its arms wide open, because we will be the light. Righteous ones, you must hold up your light. You must hold up your light. The night will not prevail. Hold up your light, righteous ones. You are the Holy Grail.